All right, welcome to a bit of a different format for the No Talent Pod. We will be today. We'll be interviewing one of us about one of our projects.
Yep.
So this will be fun. This will be a different type of thing for us.
It's exciting.
Yeah,
I'm talking to Fallon.
So you're gonna hear my really horrible interview skills at work. So if this is your first time listening to us, I'm Dan.
I'm Mike.
This is the No Talent Pod, and we are going to be talking about your short film,
Yes, Sound Mind.
Sound Mind, soon to be hitting the film festival circuit locally.
It's currently in it.
Currently
Yeah,
in
it's
it.
currently in it.
And I didn't even think about when we'll be releasing this. That probably would have come and gone. But it's going to be hitting that circuit. And do you wanted to take some time to kind of plug the film?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me how this came about? Like, how did you get? What was the process for you in making this?
Well, I always I have a list of things that I want to make, and one of the things on that list, which I always thought was going to be the easiest thing, little did I know, was an interrogation scene. Like,
Okay.
Who doesn't want to be the criminal or the detective grilling, It's a fun little thing where, you start off, a little light, and then tensions start to rise, and then eventually you come to a conclusion. And it seemed simple, and that's what it started off as, was an interrogation. And then as time went on, I noticed like the true crime started picking up, and everybody loves that shit. So I was just like, all right, maybe I think I should pick up this interrogation thing, give it a story where it's true crime-ish. And then there was a certain point where I was going through a really dark period, and I started watching stuff like that, and I was just like, all right, this, whatever. And I had a weird little inspiration for, somebody who may or may not have killed, because those are always the best true crimes.
Yeah.
Of, like, did they do it? Did they not do it?
Yeah,
That's why
allegedly.
Yeah,
like,
that's why you sit your ass in that seat for 8 hours to
Yeah.
get to the conclude. Did he do it? Did he do it? Not do it? Whatever. So I was like, all right, I got to do something with this interrogation scene where it's open to interpretation of like, oh, what's going on here? And eventually it transitioned into a death row inmate being psychologically evaluated for the final time, apparently the final time. Because when you go on death row, you do get a psych evaluation. And a lot of the times, too, when they do psych evaluations, whether it's on death row or prior, they want to know if you're crazy or not. Because if you're, in the eyes of the law, if you're
incompetent,
if you're an insane person, so in layman's terms, they can't put you down like that because you like didn't know any better, or
they need to check your mental competency.
Yeah, there's like, if you are just straight up like you're just crazy, like you did that, you did that shit.
Yeah.
Like you're like, all right, this guy's nuts. He's not supposed to be here. Let's give him a death sentence. Give him the chair. Give him the injection. Whatever.
Got it. Okay, so how long would you say the creation process before filming was? Like, did you sit with this for a while?
So
did you write it out in one night? Like, how did this, walk us through that?
I had the idea was sparked. It was, an interrogation scene. So I wrote down a couple of lines for the interrogation. That just popped into my head, something fun.
Yeah.
And then I ended up, when I came up with the idea for it, for this thing, I sat down, I typed it out, 10 pages within an hour.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
It was first draft, 10 pages within an hour. And I did the second draft. I tightened it up a little bit, made it a little, wordy. And the one thing I was more worried about than anything, that if I were to make this, is that it wouldn't be boring, because it's just two people sitting at a table talking.
It is hard to make, because two people sitting in a room talking, like this.
Yeah.
Is a little difficult to make interesting from a visual standpoint, certainly. But then your dialogue has to be really good, really on point, and it needs to capture but then hold someone's attention like the entire time, and that can be hard. Like, you know, the writing process for that is arduous for certain. So now, for coming up, obviously a very dialogue driven short, did you feel like you were leaning on like naturalistic dialogue? Were you looking at interviews from death row inmates? Like, how did the conversation kind of form?
So I intended for it to be just tense like the entire time. Obviously, like you start, you know, again, it was going to start like a good cop, bad cop type thing. Cop comes in, all right, hey, how's it going? Can I get you water, anything like that or whatever? And then it would just escalate. But once I turned it over to the fact that this is a man's life on the line, and there's somebody else who really has to get to the bottom of what's going on in this man's head, I was like, I got to see some real life psychos type thing. So I was watching like the interview of like Manson and Dahmer and Kemp and, you know, I mean, Ed Kemper, whatever, you know what I mean? And I was just like looking at those and I was like, all right, that's interesting. I even looked at the OJ thing, like when they talked to OJ. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I was looking at Chris Benoit, because that was a very popular case that was related to like CTE and, you know, what could be going on in somebody's head like that. Yeah. So I was looking at stuff like that to ultimately put into this guy, into this character.
Okay. Now, do you feel you captured what you wanted?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I played the guy. So I don't think my acting. I tried to do something with it where I tried to act like I don't know. It just like, oh, you know, shit happens, whatever. But in acting like that, I noticed my acting came out kind of plain. Okay. So it worked for what we had. Also, we shot 10 pages in 12 hours. Wow. So a lot of my coverage didn't get done. We got all the important shit. For my coverage, my co-star, Rebecca DeMarco, who plays the psychiatrist.
Shout out Rebecca.
She acted fucking circles around me. Like, she just pulled up my my producers, Josh Petrino and Jess Dubois. They were like, oh, we got somebody that can do it. I was looking at somebody else, and the one thing we were getting into was I was casting people my age and younger. And that's a habit a lot of independent filmmakers make, especially for like short films. Yeah. You get like 22, 23, 25-year-olds to play things that positions
that they wouldn't have.
You wouldn't have until you're like 40. Like a psychiatrist, a criminal psychologist, like you wouldn't be 24 years old, a criminal psychologist, you know what I mean? I'm not saying like she wasn't 20. I don't know how old she was exactly, but
but you wanted out someone age appropriate.
I got somebody age appropriate. At least from what I thought. And she acted like it, too. She acted like she belonged there. Yeah. Like she acted like a criminal psychologist. She was killing it.
Oh, there you go.
Rebecca fucking killed it. Like, she started acting, and I actually, like, stopped at one of the takes. I was like, oh, fuck.
Okay. Well, now, since you're starring in this, and we talked about you and your co-star, this is the No Talent Pod.
This is the No Talent Pod, so we're not going to talk about
So do you want to get into the crew?
I would love to get into the crew, because without them, this shit would not have gotten done.
Okay, let's get into, you know, how do you want to go through? You want to go through?
I'll start from the beginning. After I wrote the script, I was like, all right, I gotta see if anybody is interested in this. So first 2 people I contacted were Jess Dubois, my producer, and she's also the first AD on the set. Okay. And Faye Amalo Johnson, my DP. I contacted them. I showed them the script. They were like, oh, this is good. They gave me their notes. I adjusted accordingly. And then Faye and I sat down. We did a shot list, whatever. And then Faye, Jess, and I, we met up, went through the shot list, went through anything that, you know, can make it more. Because I'm also a perfectionist. So obviously I'm not completely satisfied with everything that's in the short. But I was telling them my concerns, they were telling me theirs, and we were brainstorming, fixing it. And that after that little meeting, we called. That was when Jess was like, "Oh yeah, we have somebody to play the part," and we sat down. We had the table read and stuff like that. Jess and Faye ran that, and it came out great. So without Jess and Faye, this definitely would not have happened.
Oh, well, friends of the pod, shout out Jess and Faye. Like,
Yep.
you know, we've both worked with them
Yes.
a few times. We know they're very good at
Yeah.
their roles.
I worked with them for the first time on Pretty Face, which
Okay.
is a segment of All Hallows Eve Trickster. It's out on Tubi, so go check it out.
Yes.
But I worked with them on that. I met them for the first time on that. So when I came up with this script, I was like, all right, I need people who are going to be serious like about this.
Of course.
And they were it. So I'm so happy with them.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I've known them both for quite a few years now. I've worked with them a few times, especially Jess. She's gotten me like quite a bit of work. So yeah, you couldn't have had better people.
Yep.
In those roles for
No,
sure.
I agree. I wouldn't want anybody else. If I do another one, I'm calling them again. So
Yeah, of
like,
course.
You know what I mean?
Okay, you want to run through the rest of your crew?
Yeah. Well, the executive producer, Michael Peterson. He's one of my longtime best friends.
Okay.
And he's another one where I have to say, like, it would not have gotten done without him, because he helped me when it came to getting everything prepared and, you know, backing me for the short, because it was self-funded. And he was there for me when I needed it. And then he also has a small part in it too, because
Okay.
I was like, oh, dude, we need somebody for this part, and you're it, because he's a big dude.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, he's it. So I showed Jess, I was like, and Faye, I was like, yo, look, this is our security guard. They were like, yes, fuck yeah.
Okay, sweet.
So him, got to thank him. Josh Petrino, who's notorious in the horror community.
Yeah.
He's very talented VFX guy and producer. I looked to him a lot for guidance on this. He was like, I was talking to him, you know, throughout it, and he was helping me out. He was telling me things about, like, oh, I have a friend that does this. Let me ask something real quick. And he was like validating like everything that was in the script. He was like, that's good. We got to fix this, and that. And then while we were on set, I was looking to him a lot for advice, because he would go, no, you're it's not enough. You need more. Or no, there's too much less.
He was producer and consigliere on
Dude,
this.
like, yeah, no, I look up to Josh a lot. Like,
Yeah.
that dude,
Good guy to look up to. For
I
sure.
met him on Pretty Face as well, and ever since I met him, I was like, this is a guy I want to work with consistently.
Yeah.
And like, I look up to him. He's a good guy.
Which that is
Great guy, actually.
That's a great thing when you can walk away from anything and be like, I want to work with these people again.
Yeah.
Like, awesome. What about how big was the crew? Did you have gaffers?
So we had not a big crew. It was like 12 people.
Okay,
Yeah, 12 people. So like,
it's not bad for a 1 day shoot though.
No, we needed it. I knew it was only going to be 1 day. I was trying for more than 1 day.
Yeah.
But we couldn't get it. And I was like, all right, 10 pages, 1 day. I think we could do it. Jess was like, hey, listen, I'm confident we could do it. And she looks at Josh, and Josh goes, we could do fucking 10 pages. What's the problem here? And I was like,
Yeah.
all right, there we go. That's
There
what
we
I wanted
go.
to hear. So we did that. And then, you know, as we went along, they were the first 4 people. So Josh, Jess, Faye, and Mike, they were the first 4 people to get the ball rolling. And then we got our sound guy, Christian Cortez. He's awesome sound guy. He makes music. He's hilarious. The dude was on set vibes. Like,
Awesome.
he was just
Awesome.
like beatboxing and shit on set. I was like, that's what I need right there. Like, I need to like mellow out. And Christian was all about that.
Yeah.
He's a boom mic operator too. So he's like, we need boom. He's like, somebody say boom. He just comes in with the great guy.
Yeah,
Christian.
you need an energy guy.
No, he was it, man. He's the vibes. He was it for sure. Our makeup girl Jill, who I also kind of like went out of the way to get onto this because
Yeah.
she's very talented. Jill Catalfo, she I met her. Everybody on this I pretty much met on Pretty Face,
Okay,
or because of Pretty Face.
Yeah, so it was a pretty clear transfer of crew,
Yeah, so
which happens a lot.
Yeah, so I got to shout out Francesco DePinto, the writer-director, and Pretty Face in Pretty Face. I got to shout out to him. He's a longtime friend of mine. I've known him since I was like little.
Oh yeah,
so
talking about people who have gotten me work. I think Frankie has gotten me 60% of my film jobs.
That's awesome.
I love Frankie. We met pretty directly because of Frankie on Endgame. So he got me that job.
I got Frankie on Endgame.
Yeah,
because it was like because me and him wanted to talk about working together all the time. So they were like, oh, we need somebody. I was like, I got him, and then he got you.
Yeah,
and that's how we met. So yeah, Frankie's that little
that connective tissue of this show. But
no, but shout out to him for getting me to meet all those people.
Frankie's great. I've never really met someone who advocates for other people getting their work like made as Frankie. Like he's fantastic for that.
Longtime friend of mine. He's a good dude.
Yeah, great guy.
Great guy. Going down the line, we got Onofrio Gargano, who's my script supervisor.
Yes.
He I asked him to come on just to help out and like, do extra hand because he knows a little bit of everything. And then he came on, he's like reviewing the script, and then I'm like going through my lines and he's just correcting me. And I'm just like, all right, you're script supervisor now. You're going to stand right there and you're not going to fucking move because if I forget my lines, it's going to be awful.
Yeah, that's how to be someone's job.
Yeah, and then we had Anthony Baranato. I hope I said his name right. Anthony Baranato Jr. We called him AJ on set. Yeah. AJ was essentially he was assisting Faye on camera. He was the grip. He was like setting up everything. He was a gaffer. He did everything.
Okay, and utility player right there.
Dude, he just pulled up like Josh was just like, I got somebody who can do a little bit of everything. I think we need him. And I was like, all right, cool, bring him in. And then we brought him on. Dude, if he was not there, it would have been a lot of fumbling and, stuff like that. Like, I think we could have been okay, but the fact that he was there, you noticed it. I'm like, damn, if he was not there for this, like, so much would not have gotten done.
I like to say it, sometimes you need an adult on set.
And he was the adult. He was the adult on set.
You need someone who's done to handle like the dirty work and get the job done.
Every job I'm on, I make a joke that I'm set daddy. He was set daddy.
Yeah, like
he was set daddy.
You need somebody to take it. Like sometimes you need everyone to like shut up and just let someone take over. And it's not always the higher up. Sometimes it is just the person who can do everything.
Yeah.
So shout out him.
Amazing dude. If I do another one, I'm gonna beg for him to be there. I'll pay him whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah. We'll put all these people's contact, socials or stuff for if you want to reach out to them for work.
They're amazing people. These are people I would vouch for any day. But yeah, Anthony, ridiculous. That dude just pulled. I never met him. Never knew him. Met him the first time there. He's cracking jokes on me too because I'm going over my lines and stuff. And I was like, damn man, why do I keep fucking that up? And he goes, hey, random question for you. And I went, what's up, bro? He goes, didn't you write the script? And I just went, I did. And he just goes, just saying. And he just walks away. I was like, yo, that's fucking awesome.
Oh, that's so good.
No, he was amazing for that. That was a great joke. That was a good icebreaker too. Because I other than hey, I'm Mike. Hey, I'm whatever.
Yeah, you didn't.
He went straight to work, so I didn't get to talk to him too much. And then he cracks that joke, and I was like, I fucking love this guy.
Yeah, I definitely need this guy around.
No, he was funny as shit. Just walks up and goes, question, didn't you write the script?
Well, sometimes you do need someone who kind of puts people in check.
It was so
funny. Not even in a tough way, but sometimes I think people forget how simple it is what we're actually doing.
Mm-hmm.
And
we're making pretend. We're doing that thing that we did as kids for fun.
Well, did I ever tell you the time I got in trouble on a set because I said to some an arts PA that this department looks like a lot of fun. You guys you do arts and crafts all day.
Yeah, I remember you told me this. But it's true, man. I get that sometimes the job is hard or there's a lot. But a lot of people tend to forget. We're making pretend. But I didn't run. I fully intended for everybody who came on to have fun. That's the other thing too. I did this because I needed to be reminded what I was working for and working towards rather. And I wanted people to have fun. Yeah. It's very rare. I worked on, I'm going to shout him out because he's amazing. Kevin Smith, he's my idol.
Yeah.
I worked on one of his sets, and it was fun. There were some stress days because it's an indie, it's stressful, but he was like walking around going, everybody good, everybody having a good time and stuff like that.
Which it's important, man.
It's
Like
super important.
especially if you're the captain of that ship, you got to make sure
Yeah.
you got to take care of your people.
That's the thing too. Like I was talking to somebody about like we're gonna film my short soon. It's gonna be exciting and stuff like that. And he was asking me like, "What'd you do?" I was like, this, that, and I did all this and that. And he's like, "Dude, that's a lot of pressure." I was like, "It's really not. Just like you got the right people, you got a good crew. My job's done. I wrote the script. I can direct and tell people what I want to do, but it's up to the crew ultimately. Like Faye was giving me every little piece of advice when it came to shooting. Jess and Josh were giving me every little piece of advice when it came to how to go about things and like continuity and stuff like that. Like we were worried about time because we only had one day to film. So Josh they'd be like, "Oh, should we go another one?" And Josh goes, "If you got the time, do it again." And I'm like, "That's what I need to hear. Let's do it again."
Awesome. Now, do you want how many more people were on the crew?
So we had Ryan Servasio and Anthony Supino, who were the set PAs and extra hands on set. Ryan I met for the first time there. Now we're good friends.
Awesome.
We had. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank and I feel so bad now. Oh, Britt Godish, our production designer.
Yes.
She also designed the poster for it, which is going to be the poster that's going to be up for any festivals we get into, and it's going to be the poster that goes up for when we, post it. Britt Godish is an amazing production designer and graphics person. She fucking killed it. She was also great vibes on set.
Yeah.
She goes, "Hey, what's the name of the prison that you're gonna be in?" And her name's Britt Godish. I was like, "Godish Penitentiary." She goes, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, Godish Penitentiary. Just name it that. It's after you. You're the whatever."
Yeah.
So she made folders that said Godish Penitentiary on it, and the psychiatrist would carry them around.
Oh, that's so fun.
And she was like, she walked in. I showed her. I went a day prior to go set up the room, and she walks in and she goes, "Okay, I'm just gonna zhuzh it up a bit." And then she just walks around. She just starts placing things, and I go back in. I'm like, "Oh, this is amazing. This is so simple and yet so amazing." So I just like sat down at the table, and I'm just like, "Yep, this is it. This is it. I like this. Thank you." And she was awesome too. Like she made a poster for the tagline is "Mindset is everything."
Oh, okay.
So she made a poster that said "Mindset is everything." Put it up on the wall. I kept that shit. That's mine. I'm keeping that. That's amazing. She's somebody you definitely want on your team. She does it all. She's so good. My friend Dan, he was our finisher and color. So Faye and I did edits of the rough edits, and my buddy Dan, he does DCR films on YouTube, on Instagram and YouTube. He makes a lot of stuff. He's also a VFX guy. He does stunts, so occasionally I'll pull up with him and we'll do a stunt project.
Yeah.
And he finished and colored it, and it looked amazing. Like the one thing people always say now, the people who get to see the short before everybody else, the one thing they always say is, "Wow, it's so beautiful to look at. It's so nice. The coloring.
It is visually like beautiful.
It looks really nice." And he did such good stuff with like color transitions and stuff. It was so good, and he was last minute too, because I needed somebody to like help me with the editing part of it. So Faye and I got the rough done, but Faye's also a very busy person. So I hit him up after we did an action project, and I was just like, "Hey, do you mind finishing this up for me?" And he goes, "Yeah, absolutely." So he did it, sends it back to me within a day. And I'm like, "All right, you didn't have to just go off like that.
Yeah.
You had time." And he goes, No, we're good." Sends it back to me. Fucking amazing. And then we just went from there. And so I could, like, him doing this for me, like doing me that favor, it was amazing because he, I don't know shit about that. I know basic editing. That's it.
Having, like, so much of what makes the movie happens after the shooting is done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, having a good editor, having a good colorist, like, anyone who did handle that side of things.
Yeah.
It's almost as important as having people like good actors, like good
yeah, it really is.
Because honestly, like they do so much of the lifting.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Every little department or big department, well, no matter what department it is, every piece fits in. It's a puzzle. Your puzzle's not complete unless you get, people who can fit.
Exactly.
It from the beginning of just Faye, Jess, and I just doing, setting up to Dan finishing it off. It was again, it took us a year to get it out to do anything because we're all busy people. We all work in the industry still. But when it finally got made, I was so satisfied. Now, I don't want to say I'm fully satisfied because I do have my little things here. You always will. I'm always going to, but I couldn't have been happier. And if I get another one made, I'm calling the same exact people because why? I'm never gonna.
If it ain't broke.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So the crew is amazing, and I can't thank them enough. And also, I want to shout out my friend Brandon Pinto. He, my laptop shit the bed. So when I had to get to editing, he goes, "Oh, when are you gonna finish?" I was like, "Dude, I need to find somebody to do it for me. I don't have a laptop." He goes, "Oh, you can just have my computer," and he gave me his whole PC. I set it up in my room. I did it. And then he goes, "Yeah, this is nice, little detox from video games for me." And I was like, "All right, I appreciate that." So I put him on as a thank you.
Awesome,
and then,
awesome.
Being that it's the first production of Glass Boot Productions, my thing, I got my buddy Ryan Conaglario, who's an artist, to do up our logo and stuff like that. And so I got to thank him too. But I wouldn't have been able to do any of this without the crew, and that's what people don't realize going into the industry is that you need the crew. You could go around saying I'm a filmmaker, I'm a director, but if you can't work with a crew, you don't call yourself a filmmaker.
Of course. And I think that's a good place to end it. I think you gave right there just great advice, sound advice on anyone who is...
Sound advice of a sound mind?
Exactly. On anyone who is looking to make their own projects, because how you just walked through everything, obviously it was a very collaborative project, and I'm sure everyone who saw it, who worked on it, or they would all like to be able to say to touch up something.
Yeah, of course.
But, the fact that you guys were able to collaborate, and it sounds like you ran a very collaborative set.
Yeah. Everybody was there for a reason.
Yeah.
Everybody was there to ultimately help me make something that I felt so strongly about. And it was one of the things where writing, I was like, I'm very proud of this writing. I just need the right crew to make it come to life. And I had that crew. So I got to thank every one of them. And then also, again, no talent, but I'm thanking the talent. Rebecca DeMarco. If you're going to see it for anything, see it for her.
Awesome.
So...
All right, I think that wraps it up for us. Maybe we'll be able to do a viewing of some point of Sound Mind.
That would be cool.
We're going to link everyone who is willing to be linked down in the show notes.
And then shout out to Faye Amalo Johnson. 6th Avenue is a short he's got coming out. And
yeah, I don't know if we'll have this up in time for the crowdfunding, but any way we can support, his short, which looks amazing just from the little things I've seen.
Just the teasers, and it's they're also starting a whole thing for queer filmmakers, especially in horror, because the queer industry and horror go together hand in hand.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So they're starting up a nice little movement over there, and it's going to be awesome. Yeah. You're going to get some amazingly talented people.
When we have Faye on, I'm sure he'll be able to go more into it. All right, I think that wraps us up.
That wraps it up. Thank you so much.
All right, we want to thank Kim and Kenny and everyone at Hub 17 for letting us shoot here and being as good at their job as they are to make us look better at ours.
Yeah.
We want to thank the crew of Sound Mind for everything.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
They did. I want to thank you for getting your art made and
And
giving us something to talk about.
Thank you. I want to thank you for the interview. Appreciate it, man.
All right, anytime.
Your skills don't suck.
I'm trying. Well, by like the 10th time, this will be better.
Johnny Carson reincarnated. Welcome back.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, Saz.